Good morning, friends. Sat Sri Akal, Adab. I am once again back with the same in continuity of report of S.K. Patil, which was tabled in 2019. Now, today we'll just brief on a topic called Old Grant. I'll try and explain you how and why these old grants are different from the 1836 regulation and the 1879 in between regulations. How is it different? So these regulations, when were being made, these cantonments had already come up. So grants which were following prior to these regulations, in specific, were they governed by these regulations of the Governor General Order of 1836 and 1879? Or maybe by the Commander-in-Chief of the Presidency? No. Because the prior regulation said that these grants had to be of some particular size as per the entitlement of an officer, British officer, to his rank. And then accordingly, in 1836 or 1879 period between had to be given. However, a large chunk of these old grant properties, which actually did not fall within these parameters, simply stood. Why? Because the British authorities allowed these transfers from the natives or the original grantees of these old grants to the British officer. Now, these were not under those regulations as per the parameters defined in them. So, which order would be applicable on these grants which fall within these boundary pillars or so-called cantonments? These old grants which we talk of were allotted to British officers. And the reason behind it was the British regime wanted more of European settlements in India so that the relation and the bondage between the administration and the civil population is better and they could rule the country for a longer period. So these old grants, and if you read these sale deeds prior to 1879 or maybe even 1880 or so, which were actually, these are talking of title deeds which are free from encumbrances, along with passages, headaments, all easement rights. These kind of words are used. The property is vested into the owner's hand. These basic words, if you define them in various orders, like the Registration Act or the TPA Act, they talk of freehold rights. You pick up the General Clauses Act, where these definitions are being briefed. So why the Britishers, let's say from 1789 or 1780, when Barrackpur cantonment came up, was overlooking to this old grant terminology? And they did not pay any heed on this, whether they wanted this old grant suffix to be changed and somewhere down the line made sure within various cantonment codes when the first documentation happened, or the 1833 GGO which said there should be a house property register. Where are those documents? Every cantonment code, every CLA rule talks of a private property register. So why till 19th and 20th century, beginning 20th later, the Britishers never played any heed on this word terminology called old grant? Till 1938 or maybe 1925 to be precise, when for the first time a general land register had to be made. Now, if you read those definitions of the CLA rules 1925, it very clearly speaks that Defining a bungalow in B3 category or calling it an old grant did not mean or prove that these were private government properties. So what happened? Things happened like there was a world war looming on the head of European nations. During that period only we had a Jallianwala Bagh attack. So these happenings in the British regime were making it more evident for the British officers to realize that they will have to leave India and there is going to be a Purn Swaraj, which our Bapu Mahatma Gandhi was asking for. So finally, in 1938, when the consequences were very clear that the British officers were to leave, these bungalows which were so-called old grants, they started being sold to the natives. Why? Earlier they say, the GGO says if a native has to buy, it has to be a permission and so many things. So they picked up those suffixes from there and they started selling these bungalows to the natives. Now when it came up in 1938 CLA rules, when the GLR was being prepared, they brought in an obligation to the seller and the buyer that he will take permission and in a hue and cry he will sign an admission deed, which earlier a cantonment executive officer used to take from us. Later it was the defense state officer or the military state officer, MEO. Now why these implementations were realized after 100 years of being in existence, where nothing of this was termed in these sale deeds which we have? So we need to pay what happened, why transferees were being asked for all this. This question nobody has really answered, neither the SK Patil committee tried to go into it. What is the differentiation between an old grant and a grant under GGO 179 or a Governor General order maybe from 1836 to let's say 1880 or 1879. Friends, we need to understand. I have been always saying that we were old grants, we were never converted into new grants, and we must make sure we stick to that suffix. Don't please try and deviate from the word called old grant, because we were never converted into new grant. So my humble request, just 3,000 of OGBs either in bungalow and civil areas are left. Let us all come on one platform. Let us all join hands. I think I have more than 600 people on my WhatsApp. If we multiply and permutation, we can do it in just a week's time. So I'm always available to you friends on my YouTube channel, on my 24/7 mobile. Please call me back and understand what is an old grant and what is a grant under GGO 1836. So we just need to look on this, and please, I'm suffixing. I know my fellow friends, we only work on a principle, rocket. If you have not been able to understand it, it is when an ass is on fire, we propel. So let us not wait for that day. If you remember, or if you can quote yourself, how many bungalows have been resumed in your cantonment, and that will make you realize all this. Thank you. Good day.